Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, so I'm listening to the Bradley Beal rumors, and I'm trying to figure out what it would take to get Bradley Beal. So he's at $33 million. I believe I've made a video telling you he was at $33 million, but that's 16 a year for 2 years. So in order to get that done with the Wizards, if they were inclined to do that straight up with us, which is not necessarily necessary, because you can involve a third team and do different things. So it doesn't have to be what it is that I see here in terms of the trade tracker, but the numbers match if, and I have a smirk on my face, if we bring back Kyle Kuzma or KCP, one of those two, and Bradley Beal for Russell Westbrook matches. Now, of course, again, that doesn't have to be the framework necessarily. If they don't want to part with those two guys, we could still, or either one of those two players, there's still ways to get the deal done, of course. So with an imagination, there's many things that could happen, and with a deal like this, I'd imagine it's going to be like probably 3, 4, 5, 6 teams getting it done. To be completely honest with you, things like this don't just end up with one team giving a couple players away. No, if a name like Beal moves and a name like Westbrook moves, you best believe picks and players and other teams and exceptions and all kinds of other stuff is going to be floating around to make that happen. So I would imagine the Wizards would pass on that unless Bradley Beal forces his way to the Lakers. Now, it has been said that Bradley Beal has made a decision on what he's going to do with his future, but has yet to make that announcement. So, if that is the case, then that is what it is. We'll wait and see what his announcement will be, and then from there, we'll watch and see teams try to make that happen. Um, Playing with LeBron James is something that a player like Bradley Beal could want to do. Like, just in terms of like this, you've always wanted to play with a guy. This is an opportunity for a guy like Bradley Beal, who I feel probably has been a great fit with LeBron James the entire time. And if those guys have been paired together for this entire time, I think they probably have entirely too many rings. And I think they feel that as well. There are a lot of people who fit with LeBron James around this league, but few more so than Bradley Beal, to be completely honest with you. The thing about it is you really will have to put other things around them, of course, defensively to make it make sense. And when you have AD in place, you have LeBron in place, and you have the Lakers situation, that's what you got. That is the end of it. You're going to be bringing back more or less what you had last year to go along with those guys. Now, truth be told, you're still going to win some games. In fact, probably plenty of them with that trio. But if you suffer one injury or two injuries, you tumble down the standings very quickly. And we've seen how that goes. These are three players who have had injury issues. Bradley Beal has had plenty of injury issues in the past. Although he is healthy now, I expect him to play well now. And with this type of talent around him, I expect to see the best out of him. But at the same time, it's going to be on them to stay healthy, and we know how it goes. When it comes down to it, doesn't matter how much top-heavy talent you have. If you don't have depth, you're going to lose games. The playoffs just proved that several times over. So that's not really an option for the Lakers. Obviously, they are going forward with trying to give themselves a three-headed monster, and we'll see it play out as it does. But at this point, seeing it fail so many times and looking around in the landscape, it just doesn't seem very smart to build that way right now. Not even in the short term, because you're relying on three bodies in an 82-game season, plus COVID protocol, which I do imagine may will could be something that we see. May will, but that's pretty much what it is. You have no idea what to expect, and leaning no direction in regards to that particular subject. So, assuming it will be there, you don't want to have a lack of depth. So, take that for what it's worth. I do think that this is going to be a great fit, though, if you bring those three together. LeBron James will have the ball in his hands facilitating. Anthony Davis will have defensive duties. And Bradley Beal will basically make us too much. Too much. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to be. They're going to be nights that we're going to go up against certain teams, and they're not going to know who to defend if we put that trio together. It's going to be a night where LeBron James is going to have a triple-double, and Bradley Beal is going to go for 38, and Anthony Davis is going to put up ridiculous numbers in multiple categories that affect things defensively and just enough in a way that should win games against certain teams. But As you go up against deeper teams, teams that have multiple defensive players in different positions, the ability to switch everything, things like that, it can get a little tricky for us depending on how healthy Anthony Davis and how spry Anthony Davis is. If he's 100% and playing like OAD, you may be able to get away with doing some serious damage with that trio. But health, 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 health. That's it. That's all it's about. So we'll see what the Lakers do, man. I have a I don't know. I have a weird feeling that they really do want to do the three-headed monster thing again. I don't know why one would want to do that after watching not only us fail at it, but Brooklyn fail at it. But not even that. It's just looking at the rest of the league. It's like you're going up against a field. You know what I mean? It's not like you can just build whatever you want to build and just assume you're going to dominate. That's not the era this is. You have to really build methodically and have interchangeable pieces just to keep up with guys. This is not the era where you can just press forward and say, I have the greatest players, so therefore I'm going to beat everybody. It doesn't translate. And I know these guys know that. I know they know that. So I hope I'm wrong. This is the professional ranks. But I hope I'm wrong. So it is what it is, man. I'll enjoy whatever it is. If it's, the Lakers put together a team, can run Mickey Mouse down there, I'm going to be rooting for them. But, we're in a sensitive situation. A very sensitive situation. So we'll see what the Lakers do, man. We'll see what they do. That's short-sighted stuff. It's nerve-wracking for this type of fan. So that's what I got to say, man. BDL44. I thank you all for watching. I'm out.